Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for Just Because reading. I would like for you to go down below and listen to what I'm speaking about, the feet and the Babylonian energy of King Babylon, and what I read the other day about the hateful birds. Jehovah today gave an impression on the inside of my spirit about, I seen some feet, and I started to do another video, and as I was shuffling the card, I see those feet again, and I was amazed at where he took me to. So keep in mind that there's one place that I am stating something about King Nebuchadnezzar, but I meant to say the king of Assyria. But anyway, most people will hopefully not hold that against me. But anyway, it still was part of the prophecy that he showed me about feet and where we are at. So please go watch that down below and chew on it, because the feet are connected to the teeth and the left side and all of that. So anyway, if you are new, I am not religious or churchy, but I could come across really heavy that way because I do use living language and scripture and stuff like that in my readings. I do love Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth, who is the only wise king of the universe. And he's running the host of heaven, and his kingdom is without end, people. It really is, and we're entering into it. And so anyway, we need to be on the correct side, not be divided, because he really brought a huge revelation out in that conversation that I was having with you all. So anyway, it never ceases to amaze me how Jehovah brings a secret to the light. It's amazing to me. So anyway, if you are new, kind of in a nutshell, that's kind of who I am. I'm all about spirituality and stuff like that, and I've had an awakening, and I'm all for uprightness and keeping covenant with the Great One, and anyway, walking in the truth. There ain't no other way to be, people. There's just no other way. There's no other strength outside of that. All right, so those of you returning back, welcome back, guys. I'm just going to pull some cards here and see where we're at with the energy. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Yesterday was my birthday, and it was a fantastic day. And I'm going to actually use a deck of cards that somebody gifted me, a birthday present. And so I'm using this deck from that gift. So thank you if you are watching this. I appreciate it. I like this little deck here. So thank you, Jehovah, for clear defined messages. Just bind, block, and rebuke all foul, demonic, wicked, dark energies and entities that can be related in any way, shape, or form. Shake them out of here. What do you want to bring out here? What's going on in the now? What do we need to know? What's the most important thing that we need to know? So the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. This is a bunch of people celebrating, like having a wedding or something like that. I love this card here in this deck. It's a happy card. Sometimes the Nine of Cups has the person sitting there just they're you know, trying to block happiness from other people. Some people, I guess, are dealing with that. But this is a happy energy here of people just celebrating. This is the way it should be, people. It should be love and kindness and being able to dance in happiness. And I'm hearing, it's a song, but I don't know all of the, what is that song? It's alright, baby, I don't know. Something about it's alright, or something like this really comes through my spirit. At the bottom of the deck, whatever that is, I'm just hearing it. It's going to be alright. It is going to be alright. We have the Tower here at the bottom of the deck. This is a paradigm shift. So somebody just had a paradigm shift and their whole world just became a disaster. For some, that is the case. For some, there's a paradigm shift and it went this way. And really just depends on getting the download from the divine. The Tower happens because of the download from the divine. It's knowing something. It is an aha moment. It's also sexual things as well. And so some people are, you know, getting married and things like that. You know, Yesterday I did a reading, and we had in the hidden place was a wedding or a marriage was there. And so there's definitely something that's just overturned just like that. So obviously if this is honeymoon stuff, because this can go back to sexual stuff, then this is what's showing then, okay? But somebody has a wish fulfillment and then has had a paradigm shift and knows something, seen something, understands something, and it's changed everything. Or it did if this is past and some type of pride and ego had to come down really quick within something. The tower comes from the divine. It's not you and I. At the same time, Babylon is falling. It's falling. Okay, and we can take the tower right back to Babylon itself, where they were building the tower. Oh, that's amazing, divine. It's just amazing to me. My God. Anyway, it's huge what's showing out here with this tower. It's the Ein. It's the seeing something and going, oh my gosh, and getting some type of a wish fulfillment from that. Show me what this tower in this Nine of Cups is, please, Jehovah. It's amazing to me how Jehovah will speak. You know, I start to say Yavine. I'm hearing the name Yvonne. And so whoever whatever, I don't know what that's about. Maybe I don't need to know anything else, but I'm hearing the name Yvonne. And so maybe your name is Yvonne and everything will be all right. Okay, if you're walking upright and you're connecting with the divine, everything's going to be all right. It's all right, baby, it's all right. I don't know if that's the melody, but I'm hearing that in my spirit. And so if your name is Yvonne, I'm hearing that for somebody. So if you had a paradigm shift, it's going to shift just like that. If you're in the upright, it's going to turn out to be great. This is showing both ways for any given person. Okay. Something is falling though, and it's the proud. It's the proud. There's a stone coming from heaven. So we got a lot of Aquarian energy here. This is the tower. Boom, getting knocked down, having a new start. If somebody didn't make it to the World card, which would be a complete successful cycle of a kind, then this is what it's showing. Because the Fool, if he's in the negative, he'll go right back into his vomit, right? If anything else, and you got your wish fulfillment, and you just had an aha moment, this is faith to just jump off the cliff. This is something positive then. The Fool is coming out. So we got two cards of knowing something. Let me look up this word. Okay, so for me, if you are new, I do use the living Hebraic pictograph language that still lives today because it's part of my heritage. I come from the house of Jacob, and that's why I use it in my readings. And the Fool card would be like the Tav for me. And we know that the Tower, a lot of you all will realize that when you do see the Tower card in a lot of tarot decks, you will see the eye there, because that is the Ein, and it represents the pictograph of the eye, seeing something like I said. But this word, the Tav and the Ein together, represents a period of time as a movement or a season. So there is a time which is now. The present time is here. Straightway, henceforth. Speaking is out here. The word is to speak. It's time to speak for some people. Especially as the people had an aha moment of something. It's time to start something new. It's time. So the divine's bringing this. And it's time to celebrate, really. If we're in the upright, people, we get a wish fulfillment. We really do. If you're in the vomit, it's time for the wicked to go away, because they're walking on now, kind of energy here. But the word is ready. The word is ready. The season is here. It's now. It's time to do something. It's time to speak, because the word is speak in this section. The word the other direction is an error, deceive, or causing another to err through a deception. This word came out the other day. To misuse something is here. Well, we already know that. A wanderer energy, and that's what the Fool is. They call me the wanderer. Got energy here, which is foolish energy. It means to seduce or to go astray or to deceive or to stagger. Well, this card in the negative is an overindulging energy here. Okay, it's time to speak about something that's taken place that's been an error, a bad error, because the Tower is a destruction the other way. And we already know that some people have been stiff and proud, and it's time to speak, because the Tower is going to come down. It's big time knowledge about that. The 11th house goes back to knowledge. So to go astray or due to a deception or an influence of something, the Tower can go back to influential things as well. There's a hindering energy that's been here. There's been a fraud. Well, we already know it. We already know there's been a fraud within some type of situation here because of overindulging energies. You know, I did those combo readings yesterday, and those of you who watched that bar group reading that I did, and people got together and they did something and they erred in a really bad way. They really, really did, and it's caused this fighting and going on. But it is time to speak about this and get rid of the division that I'm speaking about in that video down below. Show me more energies, please, Jehovah, that you want to bring out about this. I just keep hearing it. It's all right, baby, it's all right. I don't think that's the melody, but that's how it's come through my spirit. I'm also hearing some stuff now. Walk this way, talk this way, whatever that, I don't remember that group, but that's also come through my spirit. That's huge, because I don't think about songs like that. I mean, that's back in the day kind of stuff. But we need to walk a certain way and talk a certain way, and it's the upright way, and stop causing error and deception and all of that. It's time to speak. It's time to speak. Yeah, but what else you want to bring out here? What's the most important thing that we need to know about this communication? There's been stubbornness here. So it's time to make a decision. This is a Lover's card. Okay? This is the Vav, adding things up. It's the tent peg nail, that secures the rope, right? So we have the T, the V, the W, the VW. And we've got a bunch of people here sitting here celebrating, and this is a card of indulgence and stuff like that. And then we have the A here as well. I want to look up this combination real quick. So the word is Mark. Now, Mark is also a name. And if you take the word or the name or the word Mark, M-A-R-K, it's got the ark in there. It's also got the, so, and then if you separate the ark from the M in the Living Hebraic language is the mem, which the flood is there as well. And, but if you take the word Mark and run it into itself, it's karma. It is karma. And there's a disaster here, and it's time for something to just boom, a kingdom to be knocked down and a new kingdom to be set up forever and ever, and what I'm talking about down below. And it represents, the word itself is just to make a mark. Now, the mark of man is also here. The Tav itself is to mark a place or to sign a signature, or we're told about the mark of the beast. And I'm talking about the feet type of energy that came out, and how there's been division, and it goes right on with actually what's coming out here. This talking about somebody who was marked, or there's a Scrabble energy here. Yes, being scattered and stuff like that and scrambled around. It's exactly what I'm talking about in that scripture, from that portion of scripture, from being shattered. Because this definitely is what's happening with the Tower. This also sexual things that have taken place where lovers situations and decisions have been a disgrace and a deception and stuff like that, whatever the divine is bringing this out here for. And it's time to have a conversation about it all. It really is. I couldn't find anything the other direction. There's a word, but there's no definition. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the wheel here. This is the authority of the divine. Really coming in and showing the tower coming down and his hand turning something. Because it is time. The wheel represents for us inevitable fate. It's about truth. It's about law. And I was also speaking about the division of government and law. So the authority is really here. With the Y here as well. We have the tie. We have the husband here and protection. But some people weren't protected because somebody got a disaster. Because there's a big error here within this energy that Yehovah is bringing out. Saying it's time to speak about it. It is really time to do something about it. And to rebuild now. We have a combination out here with the word, with the yod and the ein, which is the eye, the tower, which would be, it goes to shovel and sweep. And some people have tried to sweep and some things up that have been a disaster and clean it up, and they've just made an error in the way they've tried to sweep some things underneath the rug. The shovel goes back to death issues and things like that have happened where people are supposed to be in your life. That's my people are supposed to be in your life card, the lover's card, and have the big time knowledge about something, but something's very foolish here with this energy. This caused something to have to come down because there's been mixture in the land within some stuff, and now here comes the great divine's hand and says enough is enough. It's time to rebuild. I'm setting my kingdom up, and it's coming hard. And somebody did see something, and we know that. I'm not going to look up any more of these combinations just for time's sake. I just wanted to kind of just check the energy. Please go down and listen to that reading down below. That's amazing to me that I just pulled up so that the yod is here, which is the will. It's time to speak. And then here is the magician card. So we've got the lover's card, and the wheel is the whole stick in the zodiac of the 3rd and the 9th house. And then here comes the magician card as well. The Queen of Wands is underneath that. The magician, somebody who leads a clan of people, somebody who has all that they need to produce something, and things that were produced and was swept under a rug and was foolish and an error and everything else. But at the same time, we've got the majesty of the heavens, of the universe, because he is the great physician. It's a physician. Things that has taken place medically as well as here within some stuff. It's time to speak about it. But the sorcery, the witchcraft, and the negative, and the things that have been seen and known within whatever the error is with all this stuff, and what's been built from it and has now been a disaster and has come down. The divine showing speaking energy really coming out here. It's time to speak. So it's time to speak about this clan that's had everything that they've stolen. I'll say it that way. That's been a disaster. Because the whole head has freaking been sick. And that's why the divine has had to come and just turn something just like that. And it's time to talk. It's time for people to get on the correct side, or prove who you are, or what you're mixed with. Because you shouldn't be mixed at all. You should be whole from within. Anyway, I'm just going to leave this energy here. This is what the energy in the now is showing us by the divine. The towers are coming down. People are having aha moments. There's decisions that need to be made. The decisions from the past has brought nothing but a disaster. And it's time to speak now. Okay? Because actually, very much known. The higher mind is out here. It's already been perceived. There's genius energies out here, but some people have been foolish within their genius energy, okay, and have led things and whole clans of people. It's stated to have influence, right, within that other word, and it's been manipulative for some people with the magician and the negative. And now here comes a great majesty, and he's fixing things with his physician that he is. And he says, time, speak and speak the truth and walk this way, okay, and talk this way and heal a thing and figure out who you are and who you're not, because here comes a great stone from heaven, and it really is blowing up the land, and it's never going to be the same again, people. It's just not. We're entering into a time where the true kingdom is being set up, and it's going to be a kingdom without an end, and it really is time for us to celebrate, because it's finally here, and we're seeing it, and it's exciting to me. It's exciting that the wicked are going away. Until next time, watch that video down below. Shalom.